yeah, if you look at the earnings that have come out, like I think people are a bit surprised that they're not that bad, right? It's like it's good. So you have these macro cross currents in the market, but you also have some like individual stock earnings that are, I think, impressive. And then you have this whole like banking run that's could manifest itself and make everything crash. That's why, like, as a trader, like it's been really hard for me lately just trying to stay in positions, like have
Yep.
conviction and stuff, because this market is so schizo up and down that like you kind of just have to like get in a position and turn your screen off.
Yep. Set and
Um,
forget.
yeah. Or you're managing it like very diligently.
24/7.
Yeah. And that's like I had a, man, I shorted the top of like CHZ basically. Where was it? Like I literally like shorted this 1308. Came all the way down here and I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay in this because I think it's gonna like
Make a
I
lower
took a
low,
view that this was
continues
gonna go
bearish
lower,
market structure. Yep.
right? And then it comes back up here and I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. And like when when it's like right here and you're like, I this just looks like it's gonna run the high. And then sure enough goes back down. Like this really messed with my head. Like a lot of these altcoins have messed with my head. So I've taken less trades. I've like sized down. I've just tried to like maybe get a couple to get some confidence back. I mean, I think that's like something people don't talk about enough. Like you go through slumps, like it's about managing risk so you don't lose all your money, but like, and you can
Exactly.
keep trading, but like, dude, sometimes this shit just does not go your way. And so yeah, like you guys have been crushing it, and I'm like, man, like I should have closed here, right? But
Yep. Yep.
I didn't because
Hindsight's 20/20.
I was trying to stay in a trade like longer than a day, because I took a view on the market. But yeah, it's also just like super illiquid. That's why these things happen.
Yeah, that's
Um,
actually a good point. The liquidity, and like we said, the market's still PVP. The liquidity for the market has, steadily decreased, and I think that's only going to get worse as summer rolls around. TradFi takes a summer off. You know that trip. You worked in TradFi, and everyone kind of just goes on a holiday vacation. So liquidity thins out, especially in crypto. And a lot of illiquid moves happen. And illiquid moves, when they happen, the thing to keep in mind is that basically they're all going to mean revert. So it's a mean reverting market. There's no straight trend. It's really just chop, crab, whatever verbiage you want to use. And either you're a low time frame trader taking your daily bread from the market, or you're sitting in trades and then literally have to like be cognizant that you're probably going to round trip your entry at least a few times, right? So like even shorting 30K, we went right back up and we retested 29.8 twice, right? So like you just have to be aware of those kind of things, and then either take a swing trader point of view or take a scalper point of view. And there's no right or wrong. It's really just about what you're comfortable with and how much, I guess, mental fortitude and mental exertion you want to kind of provide to the market, right? Because like this market will bleed you dry if you just sit here and stare at it and you're trying to catch every move. You're just not. So you gotta kind of have to pick and choose your battles moving forward, at least for the next few months, I think, until Q3, Q4.
yeah, I mean, it can be as simple as like what CBS said. You just have percentage or dollar goal each day, and then like
Yep.
turn your screen off, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
you can be swing trader in this market, which is it's like non-existent.
There's
But
no good swing entry. That's the point to get across, right? Like everyone's going to get the same swing entry at some point. It's just, are you going to sit in it? Are you willing to pay funding fees? Are you willing to hold a viewpoint for a thesis that may take weeks to months to play out, right?
yeah, yeah, and so I mean, if you look at other tops, like distributive price action, just by nature is like messy, and
Yep.
it's
And it's
designed.
slow to
Yeah, it's
bleed
slow,
you out, make you capitulate.
right? I mean, look at the S&P. We just looked at that chart.
Yep.
Nasdaq's a little more clear, but like you look at other BTC tops, like it's designed to fake you out in all sorts of ways. So yeah, but I think that's an important part of the process is like decide how you want to execute and like what is the goal here as a trader. Like what's your approach?
Yep.
The scalping approach has been like really the best approach, I think.
Yeah. At least
In
for the
terms of
last
like
couple of weeks, 100%.
yeah, in and out, just around liquidity, it's been good. So I mean, you can see XO and SC just like shorting alts up and down, and being like, I'm closing them now and then longing them. So yeah, it's trading both ways.
It's a good point you mentioned about, altcoins, right? So I think either way prices end up going, whether we go up or down. Bitcoin has been, held down as that kind of hot ball of money. Money is rotated out of it. And, we talked about meme coins, we talked about ETH pumping, etc. Bitcoin dominance, for whatever it is, it's a meme in my mind. But like point being is that regardless which way Bitcoin ends up going tomorrow, alts are going to take a hit regardless, right? They're either going to not, they're going to be slower to catch up with BTC, or if BTC nukes are going to take a devastating hit all around. So I think, for those of our viewers who might be investors in certain meme coins or shit coins or altcoins or the future of finance, whatever the case is, just keep in mind that if you've made any significant money in the first half of the year, that, you should probably look to at least de-risk or have invalidation where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to cut my wins, take my profits, get it back out of the market and kind of sit on my hands. I think the toughest thing for a lot of traders is to kind of just be patient on the sidelines. And people don't really talk about enough, not having a position is a position. That's actually usually the best position to be in, because when you're not in a position, you're not biased, you can objectively look at the market and see what the market's telling you, not what you want it to tell you. And when you kind of get that type of positioning, it allows you to react rather than have a bias and say, oh, I anticipate, I'm long from 1840 and I think ETH's going to go to 1900 and it gets to 1880s like it is now or whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, your bias starts clouding your judgment. But, just another $10, then I'll take profit. But, a trader who might be freshly looking at a chart sees, okay, 1870, it got rejected here, got rejected there, and they have a different bias. So point being is try to be as objective as possible in these markets, because that's the only way you're going to have good opportunities, right? There's always a trade to be had, right? This market has been plenty volatile lately, but just because there's a trade to be had doesn't mean it's a high risk reward opportunity, or the cost of capital is actually worth committing capital to. So I think that's the main point to get across right there.